have reached the starting gate. It's post time. Cold front, the favorite comes forward. And they're into the stretch. Cold front put to the 10. Cold front does it again. Firing the field in the Amsterdam.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Spa Babies, presented by Spendthrift. I'm Dan Illman, along with Nicole Russo, and our Spa Baby race for Sunday, September the 4th. It's the signature race for two-year-old fillies at the entire Saratoga meet. It's the Grade 1 Spinaway, 7/8 of a mile. Let's take a look at the field for race number 11 at the Spa on Sunday, and it's a really strong group. Spendthrift Stallions, very well represented. The 4 Naughty Gal, the winner of the Adirondack, is by Super Stallion Into Mischief. The 7 Sabra Tough, third in the Adirondack, is by Cross Traffic, and Wonder Wheel is also by Into Mischief. It's a very competitive race.
Extremely competitive. In this sizable field of 10, 2 are tied for the top buyer in the group with a 77. Right behind them, you have a 76, 2 with a 75, and that's not even touching a couple of stakes performers in the field. It's a well-matched group with a number of different ways you could go.
Let's watch the number 1 Kaling's career debut. He earned that 77 buyer speed figure. And I like the way he did it, Nicole. He sort of got shuffled back just a little bit down towards the inside. That experience might help her as she breaks from the rail. Yes.
Sorry, you said he like 3 times. I kept going, it's a filly.
I'm sorry, I can't say out on that. All right, the brain is going. Let's start from the entry card into Kaling.
It's okay. It's been a long meet.
I'm telling you, it's too long. All right. Okay.
All right, whenever you're ready.
Let's watch the debut run of the number 1 Kaling, a daughter of Practical Joke, who earned the 77 buyer speed figure. And I like the way she did it, Nicole, because she was sort of stuck down inside on the turn. Now she gets to the outside, a very professional effort to readily run by this heavily favored horse on the lead, Rarify. I think the experience is going to help Kaling because she's down inside and she doesn't seem to mind getting a little dirt kicked in her face.
Absolutely. She was very professional on debut. I think she'll have some speed to contend with in this race. And, I liked how well she sat in hand for Flavian Pratt. And, that could really help her kind of not burn herself out early where she's down on the inside here in a big group. And I think she's going to have to use some speed. She's by Practical Joke, a son of Into Mischief, who won the brother race to this, the Hopeful, as part of his multiple Grade 1 winning 2-year-old campaign. No surprise that he's siring fast and precocious runners himself.
And of course, Todd Pletcher has won the Spinaway on 6 occasions. Kaling will stretch out a furlong. The dam's a half to Here I Go, who is a 2-year-old Grade 3 stakes place router on the dirt. Here's the debut at Laurel Park for the number 2 Miss Georgie, a daughter of the red-hot first crop stallion Gervin. And Miss Georgie showed fine speed in this race, going 5/8 of a mile. She really never gave her opposition any sort of a chance. She looked good in the stretch. Now she's going to have to stretch out from 5/8 to 7 while facing tougher competition. She'll need a little bit of a buyer boost, but it's not impossible this time of the year.
Absolutely. At this time of the year, these young horses are growing up and changing and developing so rapidly. So you do see some that take a big step forward from start to start or from workout to workout. Gervin is the sire of another nice 2-year-old filly in his hot first crop, in Astoria winner Devious Dame. And of course, he's the sire of Damon's Mound, who was so impressive in the Saratoga Special here this summer.
A $110,000 March 2-year-old in training purchase. Victor Carrasco aboard for Lacey Gaudette. And this filly, I think, will handle stretching out to 7/8. She weighed in at 1,028 pounds for her debut at Laurel. Looks like a big, strong filly. The 3 is Apple Picker, a debut winner at Belmont back in July. Maybe she was aided by a speed favoring track that day. She ran in the Adirondack. She showed some pressing speed before she tired. I think it's likely that she benefits from that race. Rudy Rodriguez, unfortunately, has had a cold meet, but Apple Picker can improve off that last start and should be close to the pace again.
Absolutely. And it looks like she's had some nice workouts since that last start for Rudy Rodriguez, who, as you said, has struggled this meet at Saratoga, but historically can connect with this type of horse. She will have to stretch her speed out. She's from the second crop of the Curlin horse Connect, who from his first crop last year had Grade 1 winner Rattle and Roll and graded stakes winner Hitting Connection, both of whom were good around 2 turns.
Mr. Lucas has had such a nice meet, and he'll send out the number 4, Naughty Gal, the winner of the Adirondack. And we're going to watch this race. And Saratoga is so lovely. I don't blame Naughty Gal for just wanting to take a tour of the oval. She made the lead. It looked like she was going to win by 100 lengths, and she decided she wanted to say hello to the people that were on the apron, and she just keeps right on going. She shows her ability in this race, Nicole. She's still a little bit of green, obviously, but she was better than this group.
She really was. And you know what? Just every one of her starts, I think, has been pretty impressive. She finished behind a couple of next out winners while troubled in her debut at Churchill Downs, beat a couple of next out winners while breaking her maiden by 9¼ lengths, and then wired him in the Adirondack despite, as you just saw, running very greenly late. Wayne Lucas moving from Luis Saez to Jose Ortiz for this race, and Wayne Lucas having a very good meet with his 2-year-olds, and they must be keeping him young. As we are filming this today on Friday, September 2nd, it is Wayne Lucas's 87th birthday, and he is still on his stable pony every morning.
An absolutely amazing horseman. Happy birthday to Mr. Lucas. Naughty Gal, of course, by the great Spendthrift stallion Into Mischief. I've been very impressed with the number 5, Just Cindy, from the first crop of Triple Crown winner Justify. She won her debut in very nice fashion at Churchill Downs, and she backed that race up on opening day in the Schuylerville. She broke from the inside, she got to the outside, showed some nice agility in doing so, and once she makes the front, she's a filly that knows what to do in the final furlong. She knows how to stride out for the wire. She's earned 2 very competitive speed figures.
Absolutely. And Justify off to a great start with his first crop of 2-year-olds, as you might expect with him being a son of Scat Daddy. Just Cindy is one of 4 stakes winners already for the Triple Crown winner, along with Just a Warrior in the Ellis Park Debutante, going this 7 furlongs, and 2 group stakes winners in Ireland. And here's where Luis Saez winds up in a little game of musical jockeys we have going in this race, replacing Irad Ortiz, who rode her in the Schuylerville.
The number 6 is Leave No Trace, and she's a filly that might offer a little bit of value considering she won this race so impressively with a 77 buyer speed figure. Now, this race was a restricted maiden auction event, but look how comfortably she wins. She was ridden by Irad Ortiz Jr. on this day for Phil Serpy. Jose Lascano will take them out in the Spinaway, but what a likable performance, and it came in fast time.
Absolutely. And Phil Serpy just doesn't have the numbers of some of these huge barns, but he's quietly having a very good meet with the runners he has. Leave No Trace might offer some value as she's tied for the best buyer in the field with a 77. And she's by Outwork, who is a precocious 2-year-old himself, who went on to be a Grade 1 winner at 3. He's a son of Uncle Mo. And, you know, they're just athletic horses from this whole line.
Trainer Dallas Stewart has had a lot of success with Louisiana breds over the years, and he has another nice one in the number 7, Sabra Tough, who's a daughter of Spendthrift stallion Cross Traffic, a $38,000 buyback as a yearling. She has already earned 2 stakes placings, one of the graded variety, won 3rd in the Adirondack. My one concern, Nicole, is we saw, Naughty Gal kind of give everyone else a big chance turning into the stretch, and Sabra Tough still couldn't sort of convert that little mistake by the winner. Maybe a fast pace would help her out this time around.
Yeah, I think so. She has rallied a little bit in her last 2 starts. It looks like she'll have a good amount of speed to run into here. For Dallas Stewart, who, as we've said, can get one on the board at a price, she's kind of taken marginal buyer steps forward while steadily increasing the distance of her races. She's coming in off of bullet work and Cross Traffic. This is best bred 2-year-old crop to date for Spendthrift. These are the 2-year-olds conceived after he was a leading freshman sire with Champion Jaywalk in his first crop, and it's paying off the quality of mares he's gotten. He's got 15 winners from this 2-year-old crop, including the exciting stakes-winning New York bred Maple Leaf Mel.
The number 8 is Aunt Shirley, another daughter of Justify. This is a WinStar homebred. Look how game she is in her career debut. She's down towards the inside. It looks like the filly to her outside has all of the momentum, but this horse on the rail, Aunt Shirley, she refuses to lose. She digs down deep, she's resolute, and she's actually getting away at the end. A fine effort and a fast race, a 75 buyer.
Yeah, and the 2-year-old racing at Ellis Park, really one of those sneaky good programs when it comes to the young horses that are developing there. Rudy Brissett, who is a longtime assistant to Bill Mott, knows how to develop a horse. He's a really good horseman. And it's interesting to me that here's where Irad Ortiz winds up after riding a couple of others in this field.
The Dam is by Frankel. She's a half-decorated knight, a multiple Grade 1 stakes winner going long on the turf. A lot of turf and route ability. I think she'll stretch out very well. And if it does rain at Saratoga, that win came over a muddy track. The 9 is Wonder Wheel, a perfect 2 for 2 for trainer Mark Cassie. She's by the Great Into Mischief, a $275,000 yearling. I like the versatility she's shown from a running style standpoint. She came from off the pace to win her debut at Churchill, and then she went right to the lead in the debutante. She has to do this off a 2-month layoff, but a nice outside attack post position.
Yeah, I am concerned about that layoff, but I know they've circled this race and they've waited for this race to use the 7 furlongs as a springboard into the fall's longer races and perhaps the Breeders' Cup. I do like her versatility, and I think that she'll, have to make use of that under John Velasquez. She's drawn outside of all the other speed. She can sort of sit from that outside post and kind of wait to see how the race develops, I think.
Here's the debut from the 10, American Rocket, earlier this meet. It was an off-turf race, and considering her pedigree, she probably appreciated it. And she also likely appreciated a wonderful ride and a patient ride from Junior Alvarado. This American Pharaoh filly didn't break very well. She saved valuable ground. She gets to the outside, and this is a strong kick in the stretch.
Yeah, very much so. A have to, as we said, a very classy dirt sprinter in Frank's Rocket. I like this pedigree cross of American Pharaoh, who was a 2-year-old champion himself before winning the Triple Crown and who has been a very good 2-year-old sire over an Indian Charlie mare. Indian Charlie has really emerged as a broodmare sire who can infuse some speed into his progeny when you look at runners like Matoli and Hot Rod Charlie and others.
Can go so many different ways in this edition of the Grade 1 Spinaway. $300,000 is the purse. Let's take a peek at our top selections for this race. You're going with Naughty Gal. Just think, she's that good when she's green. Imagine when she puts it all together.
Absolutely. I thought that was the scary thing about her, was that there was room for improvement off that impressive win. Of the horses we watched run from this field, I really visually, I was the most impressed by her. She's a big, bold daughter of Into Mischief, and I think you have to go with your gut a little bit in a race this evenly matched. I do expect your top selection, Kaling, who's very professional, to show some speed down inside. She could be fending off a late run from Sabra Tough, who is very consistent late. I liked what we've seen from Wonder Wheel, but I think just some of these will have a fitness edge over her after kind of the summer season here.
I landed on Kaling after taking a lot of time to handicap this race. I like the professionalism she showed. I like that she didn't mind racing down inside. Even though she's in that 77 buyer, the co-best figure of the field, she's going to likely have to take a step up against this very good group. 4719 for Nicole, 1698 for me. What a race. The Grade 1 Spinaway on Sunday. It's our Spa Baby race, and our coverage is presented by Spendthrift.